Hey mate, good to see that you've set everything up and it's looking pretty good, mate. Your website's going well. You've done a lot of the hard work so far, so well done. But first thing that I noticed, one reason why it might not be working is now it looks like you've set up a conversion campaign, and you've chosen purchase as the objective. Now, if I go in here and look at the event that you've chosen, see how there's a red circle there? That should be green. Now, the reason why it's red is because you haven't set up your pixel. Now, pixel is just a base code that every account has. You can view it by clicking over here on this little drop down and then go to pixels. Now, what the pixel does, it's very similar to what Google, like a GA pixel or like a tracking code. So if you, for example, were on Google and then you searched wetsuits for the next 4 weeks or whatever, you probably would notice that you'd see ads for wetsuits. Or if you're on ASOS or something, and you would just start seeing ASOS ads all around everywhere. Now, what is doing that and how it knows that you've been to that page and those specific searches, that sort of thing, is a tracking code and a pixel. So Facebook have their own version of that, and it is called a pixel. Now, I can see on your website here, you haven't got your pixel set up at all. So there's nothing on there. So whenever someone goes from an ad to your web page, or even goes to your web page from any source at all, whether that's they've just stumbled onto it, they've searched through Google, whatever, if you have that pixel on there, then your Facebook account goes, okay, this person's looked at my web page. So then you can use that further down the line and retarget people who have already been to your page. And that's how that pixel works. Now, because you've got no pixel set up, it's trying to optimize for a purchase event, but there's no data getting sent back to it. So one step further from the pixel is what they call event codes. So you got your number one is your base code. So this is your base code here. And then number two will be all your different event codes. So your base code basically will just go across every single page on your website. So in Shopify, it looks like you set up in Shopify, there should be a menu, or there should be something easily enough for you to just paste in that code. Now, if you can't find it, just Google Shopify Facebook Pixel, and I'm sure it's pretty simple. I've never used Shopify, but I've used a lot of other programs that are similar, and it should be pretty simple to do for you. Now, once you've got the base code across every page, you want to then go and add these event codes on the end of the base code. So where the base code was on this previous page, this big bit here, so where it says end Facebook Pixel, you then want to add whatever these are relevant. So for example, the purchase pixel, this little code there is 3 lines, goes under the base code at the bottom of it. And then that would just go on any thank you page or any page that someone goes to after they've made a purchase. So say if I go through here and then I buy, the very final page, it says like, congratulations, your order has been shipped, whatever. That should have the purchase pixel on there. So then anyone who comes to your page through your ad, they go through this whole stage and they end up, there might be 3 or 4 steps. So then the final step is the purchase. So if you have your ad set up to optimize for a purchase, Facebook's going to try and gather as much data about that person and those people who end up making purchases rather than just clicking on the ad and not doing anything. So that's why you need to set up that pixel. That's very, very important. I guarantee that's probably why you're not seeing any results at the moment. Now, apart from the purchase pixel, there's also things like initiate checkouts, view content, add payment info. So these are all equally as important. So add all of these onto each applicable page. So example, the add payment info would be if I'm on this page here would probably have view content. And then if I go 1 and I click add to cart, the next page here, whatever URL this is, it should update, and then that should be add payment info. And then there should be, if I go to checkout, this page should be initiate checkout, which I think there's an initiate checkout. So you use this one here. So then this page should have the initiate checkout. And then when I go through and I make the purchase, whatever page I'm redirected to would have purchase pixel. So see how it sort of is a linear procedure where it collects data along every data point that the consumer goes along. Now, the one good reason why you'd have, for example, the initiate checkout or the add payment info is it's a really cool tool that you can use on Facebook. So if someone comes through and they get to the initiate checkout or they've added the payment info but they've not made a purchase, then you can set up ads in Facebook targeting just those people. So anyone who's made it to step 4 and not made a purchase, you can then retarget them and go, hey, looks like you didn't finalize your payment. Click here now to go back and purchase whatever the item was. So that's why it can get super targeted, and it becomes pretty sophisticated. And the more data you build against your pixel, the stronger the ad's going to go. Now, show you one for an example that we've used in the past. So this here is a free checkout. Free checklist. This is the one I sent you. So we're running this ad here with the idea of people downloading that, they become a lead, and then we retarget them with a strategy session. So then we say, okay, great, you got the checklist. We hope it's been helpful for you. If you want the pros to do it for you or want us to do it for you, we can have a free consultation with you right now, blah, blah, blah. And we can show you how we would do it if you want to save time and that sort of thing. So you can see, like, here's a good example. So see how there's all these different conversions here. There's add to basket, checkouts initiated, leads, purchases, blah, 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 blah. So the leads would be the first one, and then they go through, and like a content view might be they check out the call, and there's all different steps. So then we can target people based on where they are. I know it might sound like a bit of info, a bit overload, but try that. I'm going to shoot you another video regarding your targeting, because your targeting also looks pretty open. So that people 30 to 60 in the US, that's a massive that are interested in pet stores. That's a huge audience. So I'll do another little video. Hopefully that helps you. But yeah, the pixel issue, I think that's probably the number one thing to fix.